Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. The Foist live show on this channel or whatever there. It's not a big podcast or whatever, folks. Just basically little AEW Rampage review. We got the cat in the back making noise there. We got one viewer, folks. Symphony of Destruct 99. Conan absolutely buried CM Punk on his podcast, saying he's coming back to fight against nobody. Danny who? It's the Costanza, baby. Costanza Mania. You shaved there, yes. Shaved, and now I need a haircut, folks. I mean, I need it bad. Cat's going crazy. Jesus Christ. So I completely agree with Conan. You know what I mean? Holy shit. Cat's attacking the dog. What the fuck? Okay. Ah. Psst. 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 Enough. Sorry, folks. Jesus. Your beard. Yes, the beard. Cat's fucking attacking the dog in the bag there. He gets excited with all this. He's a CM Punk fan. I mean, Jesus Christ. He gets sensitive when people bury his favorite wrestler or something. Okay, enough. My apologies, folks, there. So I'm losing viewers because of this crazy shit there. So we start off with a little segment, a backstage segment. We got Mark Henry doing his thing. They do little pre-recorded segments there on Rampage with Mark Henry, who also criticized the product recently. Did Mark Henry criticize the spot in the Adam Page match when he almost killed Pac? Tupac going through the table or whatever, but it's Mark Henry with CM Punk, Danny Garcia, who looks like a 12-year-old boy, with his high school friends 2.0 or whatever. And it's like they're trying to convince us that this Danny Garcia belongs in the ring with Punk. And it's just not believable. You know what I mean? Not believable at all. The kids, a nobody, an unknown. They're saying on commentary, oh, he got 4 straight wins. Who cares? Fuck. It's fake. These wins don't mean a goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Who cares? He gets 4 wins on Dark, a complete unknown jobber. You're going to waste CM Punk on a guy like this because of fake wins or whatever. And then comes the match, folks. Like, I'm not saying this was a horrible match. I don't think CM Punk did terribly there, but you got CM Punk. He's out there. And he's wearing the pants again, CM pants. And then you have Excalibur on commentary. He's talking about the pants. Oh, CM Punk, he's wearing his long boys. Apparently the tights are called long boys or whatever. Like what is this there? What has wrestling really come to that we're talking like this? He's wearing his long boys. Oh, this is fucking lame. You know what I mean? Very fucking lame there. Symphony of Destruct, sick of these high work rate matches. CM Punk has no cardio doing long matches. You know, it is what it is. long matches between jobbers. Like, it's been the same indie gimmick for the past 10 something years. Oh, it's AJ Styles against Low Key in a 45-minute match. This is better than Mania. No, it's not. Just because it's two guys doing a fake wrestling, it's always the same moves every fucking time, doesn't make it amazing. Like, you know what I mean? So it's CM Punk, he's wearing his long boys Excaliburs, very excited. As wrestling fans, apparently this is information that we should know. This is something we should be excited about in 2021. That CM Punk is wearing his long boys. Very cringy. Very fucking cringy, you know what I mean? And then it's CM Punk for the first 3-4 minutes. He's doing technical wrestling. You know what I mean? The test of strength, and he's got him on the floor, and it looks almost like he's gonna fucking kiss him or make out with him. He's down, his head's all over him. Get the fuck out there, you know what I mean? Looks like they're on the floor. It looks like he's wrestling with his girlfriend, and he's about to give him a French kiss or something. You know what I mean? And this Danny Garcia, he looks like he could be a male fucking dancer or whatever. You know what I mean? CM Punk on the floor with his little go-go boy there. They're cuddling with each other for the test of strength. Like, test of strength, it used to be two big dudes. Fuck, it's Ultimate Warrior. Fucking big, roided up to the gills, fucking jacked freak with testosterone oozing off his body. Going up against a big, ginormous guy like Earthquake or something. Oh, it's a test of strength. Two big monsters colliding. This is CM Punk. It looks like he's necking with a 15-year-old boy. Like, again, what happened to wrestling? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not interested in seeing this. You know, so it's CM Punk doing technical wrestling against a guy who looks like he's 12 the first 3-4 minutes. Apparently, he's influenced by Bret Hart now, according to some of the fans. He ripped off one of Bret's matches against Darby there. So now he's doing technical wrestling or whatever. And I'm not hating on Punk for doing technical wrestling, but do I really want to see, like, if it's Friday night, you know, do people want to stay home on the Friday night to see Punk doing technical wrestling? You know what I mean? For 4 minutes against a guy who looks like a broomstick. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? People want to see something exciting. We don't want to see Dean Malenko there, you know what I mean, doing technical wrestling. This is for people who are way too obsessed with wrestling. I don't want to see talking. I want wrestling on my show. Guys who are fucking obsessed there. It's freaks like this are going to be entertained by CM Punk wrestling a jobber, trying to look fancy with technical wrestling. Normal people aren't interested in this, you know what I mean? Schwartz Center. Oh, yes, beautiful octopus stretch there, exactly. Like, this is cornball nerdy garbage. People don't really want to see this, apart from nerds, these self-righteous nerds on the computer. I love pro wrestling. AEW is better because they have 30 minutes of wrestling per hour, and Raw only has 22. Who fucking cares about this shit? You know, nerds like this are gonna want to see this crap. But anyways, after 3-4 minutes of technical wrestling, 2.0 get involved. They hurt the leg of CM Punk. So then Danny Garcia works the leg of CM Punk for about 8 minutes. You know what I mean? Who wants to see this on the Friday night? I understand. They want to make the heel look strong in the match. They want to put over the young talent. It doesn't work when the young talent is a fucking nobody jobber that nobody fucking cares about. 110-pound fucking twig, boring fuck who doesn't belong on television with his bright red socks or whatever. There, nobody wants to see this Hammenager dominating Punk for 8 minutes by working the leg. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see this. You know what I mean? At some point, CM Punk gets his comeback or whatever. He does some kind of kick there, and we're told during commentary that CM Punk is a trained MMA fighter and stuff. Can you stop there? He got embarrassed in UFC, destroyed by a guy called Michael Jackson, for fuck's sakes. Oh, Michael Jackson is he's working around CM Punk here. He's grabbing his crotch and smacking CM Punk around. You know what is this? He got beat up by a guy called Michael Jackson. His last match, he was embarrassed in the ring. Who wants to see this? You know what I mean? Why would they even mention this and try to make him sound like a big tough MMA guy? He looks skinny, he looks old. He should at least dye his beard. You know what I mean? He looks like he's older than what he is. He's 42. Looks like he's 55 out there, you know? He should form a tag team with Bobby Fish, the two small old indie crew or whatever, you know? At some point, Punk does a kick. He almost slips and falls on his ass from his own kick. Garcia takes the kick and fucking throws himself on the ground like he's a member of the Three Stooges. You know what I mean? This is cheap. It's not great wrestling for a Friday night like CM Punk. You want to put him on Rampage for whatever fucking reason. The ratings just keep declining. You put him there against a jobber. It gets low ratings. You're just fucking up the image of CM Punk because now it looks like Punk can't draw there. It looks like he's been exposed as a guy that can't draw. 600,000 viewers. Daniel Bryan goes on there, 600,000. You're making your new stars look like fucking jobbers that can't draw. It's sad there. But Daniel Bryan gets a high-profile match against Nick Jackson. He can't draw, you know what I mean? It looks bad. You're making both of them look bad with this garbage. And CM Punk eventually hits a pile driver and then gives him the arm finish there, a submission finish. Was it the Anaconda Vice or whatever it was called there? Cool Man 952, AEW sucks. Fact, not an opinion. JM, turn on Super Chat. Listen, I do this because I have passion. I do this because I love the people. Cool Man, who's Danny Garcia? I've been asking myself this question for fucking 2-3 months there. Schwartz Center. I'm pretty familiar with most of the indies and non-WWE, but I never heard of Danny Garcia until he came in AEW. He comes in, he's dominating Dean Ambrose. We barely see Ambrose on TV unless he's fighting a 60-year-old Japanese guy for whatever reason. We're opening the forbidden door to the Japanese retirement home. And you're fighting Dean Ambrose in the 30-minute match. The old Japanese guys, they're dead after 5 minutes. I can imagine. Poor bastards, I mean. But Dean Ambrose, he's not on TV hardly. He gets his ass kicked by Danny Garcia for a month. Who is this? Who are these guys? They're called 2.0 because they look like the Young Bucks. So they're just cheap rip-off artists? No! I love them! I don't know them, but I care. I think. Who the fuck are they? Then this Danny Garcia, I don't see him on TV for a month. Next thing you know, he's fighting CM Punk. He deserves it because he had 4 straight wins. Get the fuck out of here. What is this shit? AEW needs Zubair Mahal. Oh, goddamn. Getting the phone call here, folks. Tony! This Danny Garcia calling people, goddamn. We got interruptions from the cat, interruptions from the phone there. Evan Bourne versus CM Punk next week. I saw this little backstage vignette. Evan Bourne. What's the disconnect here there? Evan Bourne was in WWE. Nobody cared. He was a guy that flipped. A couple smarks were excited for 3 months. And he's completely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. He was injury prone. He was off TV for 10 years. Makes his debut on Impact, or not Impact, but some show there for AEW. He tries to do his flip. He lands right on his own head or whatever. Big fail. Looked like a complete fucking failure, you know? And then he was tag teaming with his brother, Mike Seidel. Who the fuck is this? Mike Seidel. Who the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, and now he's fighting Punk. You know, what is this? Oh, the big names are coming right around the corner. All right, Danny Garcia next week. Hey, guys, next week it's me, Matt Seidel, against CM Punk. All right, I'm excited for this. Remember the exciting team of Airborne with Evan Bourne and Kofi? These are stars. I mean, WJ, what do you think about Bryan Danielson in AEW? I might have to do a vid about this soon there, but folks, I'm scared for Bryan. Leo Rush, search one. Leo Rush shows up his first night, and now he's booking CM Punk in matches with Seidel. Leo Rush, it looked like he was talking to Matt Seidel and this other 15-year-old kid in the back. Is Seidel, are they forming another stable with Dante Martin and Matt Seidel and Leo Rush? Do they really need this? Like, why? Like, according to CM Punk, it's good that AEW isn't drawing the casual audience. It's good we don't get any viewers. We're happy about this. I mean, it's very good. Cats attacking the dog again. They're allez, bola bola. They call this. My apologies, folks. Jim Ross is not doing commentary like his days in WWE. I'm scared for Jim Ross as well, folks. But he's older too, you know what I mean? But he's working with fucking garbage. Like, he has to work with garbage. Ever since he said that Randy Orton was the best wrestler today, he's been forced to claim all kind of bullshit. Kenny's the best, Young Bucks are the best. I don't remember who it was there, but he was saying that some guy was one of the best recently, a complete jobber. Like, it's sad. Poor Jim just wants to go home to the Fed, says Schwarzenegger. I feel bad for him. Sleep half. Bryan versus Punk will draw 10 million views. And that's all, like, it's a match we've already seen in WWE. Like, I hate leftists and SJW says we need food reviews to return. Yes, occasional food reviews, folks. Maybe some movie reviews at some point there. Charles Lee Ray, AEW, it's becoming a retirement home for WWE stars who are trying to collect a paycheck. Guys like Matt Hardy, that's fighting for the #1 contendership on Dynamite. He's 50 years old. He just had a concussion. It looks like he's, 55 years old, and they put him in a crazy match like this. Like, these guys are going to kill themselves. AK King, you like Rocky movies? Yes. I love Rocky. Main Event Mafia drew 2.7 million viewers to TNA, says Joe Blow. The TNA, they had a lot more viewers, bigger names, more successful there. So that was about it for CM Punk versus Danny Garcia. It's Punk against Evan Bourne next week. They're Mike Seidel, whatever his fucking name is, you know what I mean? Jack Main Event Mafia is 100 times better than the Elite. Kurt Angle, Booker T, much better than the Elite for sure. Vanny Fox, hey there, WJ, hello. KGBLK24, apparently SmackDown is going to be 30 minutes longer next week because they're going to be on FS1 instead of Fox. Tony Khan is claiming that WWE is trying to counter-program Rampage. He's a victim, this Tony Khan. I mean, such a victim there. Schwarzenegger, Adam Cole is so athletic when he does the Panama Sunrise Canadian Destroyer, where the other guy does all the work there. Well, it's a dance. It's art. These guys are artists. I mean, Joe Blow, why did they book Kenny versus Bryan Danielson right away? Because they're fucking morons and they were desperate for a rating, which they failed at getting. You know what I mean? And now Bryan, he was still trying to get a match against Kenny. And now Adam Page just abruptly comes back, and now it's Page against Kenny. So you're not even going to get a real payoff with Bryan and Kenny, or how the fuck are they going to do this? Like, because these goofy fans want Adam Page, a guy that's, it's not even a question of is he ready or not. How do we know that he even should be fighting for the title? Like, he's not ready. Oh, he's ready. Like, there's also the option that maybe he's not even champ material. Like, you know what I mean? No, never would WCW put the belt on this guy right away, a little kid like this. AWA, NWA, they never would have just put the belt on a guy like Adam Page. He's a rookie, for fuck's sake. You know, just because AEW fans think they're booking the show, they're doing this shit. So now what happens with Brian and Kenny? You start this thing, and now it's Brian fighting every member of the Elite. You know what I mean? On Rampage for 600,000 viewers. It's going to be Brian against Michael Nakazawa. And eventually you're going to get Brian and Kenny. And by then the momentum for the match is going to be dead or whatever. Maybe they're going to wrestle again in 6 months, Brian and Kenny. Oh my God, this is a big storyline arc. This is intriguing storytelling, just like Kenny and Adam Page. They had a tie match. 6 months later, they had another match. 2 years later, they wrestled again. I mean, you had the Lucha Brothers defeating the Acclaim there. The Lucha Brothers. This is good tag team wrestling. I mean, you know, the Lucha Brothers, it's basically Mexican Young Bucks kind of match. Lot of botches that happen in these matches. The match wasn't terrible, but like one point in the match, one of the guys of the Acclaim just gives a simple super kick to Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix, instead of taking the kick and just selling normally, he takes the super kick. He does some kind of backflip and he lands on his own head. Like, again, this is the Three Stooges. Like, is this the superior in-ring wrestling? Like, just sell the super kick normally. Maybe tone down on the fucking super kicks in this company there. You know what I mean? Tone the super kicks down, you know? But he takes the super kick, does an attempt at a backflip to sell the move. For what reason? I don't fucking know. And when he does this, he lands on his own fucking head. Embarrassing. I hate leftists and SJWs. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving, WJ. Thank you there. Canadian Thanksgiving. I'm eating turkey. I gotta fucking deal with this cat. Ha! Ha ha! Jesus Christ, I don't know what's wrong with the cat there. Attacking the dog like this when I'm live. Fucking. Usually it's people in the chat ruining the live streams. Now it's my fucking cat. Jesus Christ. I don't know what he wants there. I'm sorry, guys. It's embarrassing there, but it's nature, people. Animals. They're fucking up the show there. At least this is an animal ruining the show. In AEW, it's human beings with intelligence apparently putting on terrible performances. At least the cat, you know what I mean? He's an animal, you know, it's not his fault there. So you get some tag team wrestling. Ray Phoenix, apparently he has to do a fucking backflip to sell a super kick, lands on his own head. Like, these people, you know, the cat needs treats. He wants turkey. I'll give him treats once the show is finished there. I don't know if he deserves treats after attacking the dog for no reason there, but the cat needs to get laid there. Super kick the cat and give him a Meltzer driver. Imagine the SJWs, how they would react, and the vegans. Vandy Fox, my cat is smarter than the Young Bucks. Jack, AEW is the stupidest company of all time. They are promoting other companies on their show. Well, they barely promoted Impact there, but they promote New Japan sometimes. This is the Fed that Meltzer likes. Joe Blow, my cat is smarter than AEW fans. Vegans suck. WJ Cat drawing more heat than MJF ever has. MJF with his obvious cheap heat there. You had Jade Cargill defeating Sky Blue in the throwaway match. Thunder Rosa comes out with a chair to chase away Jade Cargill with her chair. You know what I mean? Just some throwaway stuff there that's storyline progression. I mean, Thunder Rosa and Jade Cargill, they're going to have a match. This is the progression of the storyline. This is great storytelling. This is wrestling. I forgot also CM Punk and Danny Garcia. I was watching a fan version of the match. You know what I mean? Somebody was in the live crowd. They filmed this because it was pre-taped. It was released on YouTube before the match was even on TV. Punk and Garcia and this Danny Garcia, you should have seen him in this match. The faces he was making, it looks so amateurish. It's clear this kid shouldn't be in the ring with CM Punk. He was making some weird noises like this in the corner. It just looked weird. He had him in the sharpshooter, the face. It just wasn't believable. Like, it's not believable, folks. I mean, at least Evan Bourne was in WWE. They might have something a little less embarrassing there, but. And in the main event, folks, Ricky Starks defeated Brian Cage in some type of hardcore match or whatever there, you know. Match was okay. Fucking corny there. Hook, the son of Taz, another fucking 14-year-old getting involved. Do they really need all these teenagers on the wrestling show? Like, the son of Brody Lee, the son of Taz, a bunch of wrestlers who look like they're 12. Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Get wrestlers who are ready, at least, to be on your show. But Brian Cage, like I said, he had a little something. Whatever it was, it's gone. It's way fucking gone and buried. Making him lose to a skinny little schmuck, cornball jobber like Ricky Starks. This makes Brian Cage look like he's lower mid-guard. You know what I mean? It looks like Cage is just there now to take the pin. 1, 2, 3 kind of deal. Like, he can't talk, Brian Cage. He just looks like a big dumb roid head there, but at one point he looked okay when it was just him and Taz. Now he looks like just a goofy guy, you know what I mean? He looked goofy in TNA. The Swolverine, it was cringy as fuck. In AEW, somehow he looked okay, but they've killed it, you know what I mean? And Ricky Starks, these fans, he's funny. He has charisma. He looks like The Rock. He reminds me of The Rock. He looks like he wants to have sex with The Rock. This guy isn't The Rock. He looks like even The Rock's arm, just one of Rock's arms is bigger than this guy's entire body. This ain't the fucking Rock, you know what I mean? Give me a fucking break, you know? And this entire little feud with Starks and Brian Cage, it was treated like it was worthless. It was weird little 2-minute segments. Oh, before the show, we had Ricky Starks, weird, cheap welfare segments for 2 months. Brian Cage running in after these people. Big dumb Brian Cage running to the ring. Like, this was poorly booked. It was cheap. This is your main event. You're not going to get anywhere with this. You know what I mean? Ricky Starks is no Rock, but he has some potential. We'll see. There may be a cruiserweight champion on NXT someday. My apologies, folks. There, we gotta change the fucking way I'm sitting for a minute there. Joe Blow, if Ricky and Brian go to WWE, they would be getting some mainstream attention. Brian Cage on NXT, I would like, you know what I mean? He would fit in perfectly with this new look of NXT with these young big men that they have now, like Braun Breaker, ladies and gentlemen. I like Braun Breaker, you know what I mean? They should push Arn, Tully, and Jake. Sadly, it's only these old guys that know how to cut promo, but when you have Tully Blanchard, he looks like he's 90 years old. Like, even if he can cut promo, it's maybe best if he doesn't. You know what I mean? He looks like he's 90 years old. Brian Cage has the look, but he lacks personality. He needs a manager. You know what I mean? Brian Cage wouldn't pass the piss test, unfortunately. Maybe if he takes a little hit on the muscle, you know, he loses a bit of mass because he wouldn't take steroid, but he would still look big enough, you know. He would lose a bit of water weight, you know what I mean? But he would still look big or whatever. If he cut the roids, he would shrink. I think he would look okay in NXT. NXT 2.0 with Braun Breaker, baby, there. CM Punk wants to book himself to have an Undertaker streak. And apparently he's undefeated now there. CM Punk fighting complete fucking Hammenagers and jobbers. He's undefeated. Fuck, he left WWE crying because he lost matches. Now apparently he's undefeated, sure. He also was 0-3 in UFC. He's undefeated. I mean, Brian Cage is as broad as he is tall. He needs a manager. He's a big fucking dude. Just wasting him in a shit company like this, I don't know there. Ricky Starks was trained by The Undertaker, so he was trained by the right person and gets the business. It's possible he's going to grow up and become the biggest star of all time there, but right now he looks a little corny in my opinion, you know. I know people like Ricky Starks, but the way he's portrayed as this fucking little goofy guy there, I don't know. I don't buy it that I should be into Ricky Starks and that I'm Ricky Starks. I'm a cool guy. I'm not into him myself there. I'm going to have to see more before I view him as a big star there. Schwartz Center, Brian Cage, all natural, yes. Jack Ricky Starks looks like a gay man. I ain't saying that, man. I ain't saying anything. Joe Blow, he can get over on personality, and Brian Cage should go to NXT and feud with Braun Breaker. He should go to NXT and job to Braun Breaker, ladies and gentlemen. If he's going to job to Ricky Starks, then he needs to job to Braun Breaker, folks. I mean, Ricky's a twig. None of his offenses are impactful. He looks like another go-go dancer there, folks. I mean, Lio Rush, what a great new acquisition. Another midget man. How many midget men do they need, for fuck's sake? Like, I thought Lio Rush was a little funny with Bobby Lashley. Show him, Bobby! And then Bobby would start posing or whatever. I thought that stuff was funny a little. He's the Almighty. He's a god. Show him, Bobby. You know, but without Lashley doing the funny pose down, like, you know, it's going to be Lio Rush and Dante Martin. Like, it's they're going to have a fucking group of midgets or whatever. Like, Bobby Fish is all elite. Another midget. Throw him back in the tank. Fuck. Daniel Bryan is going to win the AEW championship from Kenny and is going to lose to Adam Page. I would put the belt on Daniel Bryan way before Adam Page. Fuck, like Adam Page. Like I said, he's not ready. Do we know if he even should be champ? Like, these guys are talking like he's the next big thing, like Brock Lesnar when he first started. Like, the company's going to be on Adam Page's back for the next 10, 15 years. How do we know this? Just because he's friends with Kenny Omega? How the fuck do we know? He's like Benoit without the talent. He looks like Benoit. Take off the long hair, especially when he puts his face like this. He looks like Benoit. He looks like him. Maybe that's why these guys are jerking off to him. They see a Benoit. They see another man with short midget arms. They want Adam Page with his short arm to bend over and jerk off their penis. But that doesn't mean that the man should be world champion. Dante Martin can jump high and flip. He also took a few promo classes, so he's the next big thing. See, maybe he's okay to be a good little acrobat, but fuck, how many acrobats do you need? Like, it's all the same person. They all do the same thing. They just have different types. Like, it's the same guy, different long boys. I mean, James Storm better than Adam Who, says Isco Conquers. It's the James Storm gimmick. It is what it is. Cowboy there. But he's Hangman. It's cowboy shit doing the goofy drunk unfunny comedic character. It's a complete ripoff of James Storm. It is what it is. Like, it's a complete ripoff of James Storm. LOL joke, obviously. I know you're joking about the Dante Martin, but I'm just saying it's possible he might be okay to do some flip. But another guy who looks like he's 14, little fucking baby face guy, he looks like he can't even grow a beard, probably doesn't even have pubic hair. Like, how many guys like this do they need? You know what I mean? Opinions on The Rock saying he would like to appear on AEW. I'm going to have to read an article about this first before commenting on that. Beer Money main event Mafia Aces and Eights was more over than the AEW roster, and we used to make fun of Aces and Eights for how shitty it was, but it's better than Matt Hardy fucking and his money fucking gimmick and the group. 3 jobber tag teams with Matt Hardy. This is a faction. This is garbage there. It's garbage. Adam Page at least doesn't beat his wife, so he has that going for him. Possible, I don't know. We don't know what he does behind the scenes there. I was just kidding. AEW can't afford The Rock. Fuck, I don't see Rock going there. If I see Rock going there, I'm going to start crying like the AEW fans. Crying because the wrestling will be dead, for God's sake. CM Punk fighting jobbers week by week. This is elite wrestling, folks. Adam Page is a teacher, is he? I respect him for that. But like for me personally, a guy doing a flip and a clothesline, I don't see that as impressive. Him and Dark Order, I mean, why not make him a teacher gimmick? What was the name there of the teacher there? The former ECW champ or whatever, Shane Douglas, Dean Douglas. I wouldn't put it past AEW to do that. There, Adam Page wins the belt, and then he has a teacher gimmick. I wouldn't put it past them. He's the next Chris Kanyon. Chris Kanyon, that's the guy who revolutionized everything. I mean, you remember a few weeks ago, everybody wanted to, or not everybody, not people with normal, who better than Hangman Page? A few weeks ago, a lot of people, the freaks, the SJW, the AEW fans there, were pretending to care about Kanyon. You remember this? They wanted The Undertaker to get canceled because of Kanyon, and now nobody's talking about Kanyon. Now it's not who's better than Kanyon, it's who's Kanyon. That's what it is now. You know what I mean? Again, The Undertaker beat up Kanyon. Check the clip of it on YouTube. You don't even see the steel chair connect to Kanyon. Oh, he hit him for real with the chair because he doesn't like his sexuality. Again, Kanyon, it was a secret, apparently, that he was gay. So how did The Undertaker know if it was a secret? Second of all, Undertaker hits him with the chair. The camera cuts. The camera cuts back. You see his hands going down like this. It wasn't an unprotected chair shot to the head. Give me a fucking break. How dare these fucking goofs go after The Undertaker there? Oh, let's get The Undertaker canceled. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time who gave us so much in wrestling. Let's get The Undertaker canceled because we're pretending to care about Kanyon. Go fuck yourselves, for fuck's sake. And now they don't even care about him. They don't even talk about him. Shame on Chris Jericho for going on this fucking shitty show there and spreading this dirtbag propaganda. Shame on Jericho doing this to his former fucking co-worker, The Undertaker. They've known each other for 20 plus years. Shame on Jericho doing this, you know. Isco conquers. These goofs take wrestling way too seriously. Way too seriously. Woof, Pat Patterson was highly respected. He was a god, Patterson, backstage. He was a god in WWE. Why would Canyon? Oh, they made me sing George Michael or Boy George because this was a. They wanted to let me know that if I ever came out, they were going to fuck with me and ruin me. This is just paranoid. It's paranoid stuff. The guy was a crazy guy. Apparently, he needed to be on meds. He thought there was aliens at some Scientology place. They had to restrain him because he was going to go after aliens in his head. We're gonna believe this guy. Like fuck off there. You know what I mean? Like this guy said because he was fired and he was bitter. Fuck. Because he was bitter that he got fired, suddenly he starts to play the victim game, the agenda game. Get the fuck out of here, there. You know what I mean? Fuck you. You know what I mean? How fucking dare Jericho do that? Go on TV and talk like this about Undertaker. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, I lost respect for Jericho big time for this shit, you know? So basically, folks, that's about it there. Thank you for watching, folks. The Foist live show there that I've done here on this channel, and I know I closed 1,000 pages, ladies and gentlemen, and I know I've told you 1,000 times I'm not going to close the pages, blah, 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 and I keep doing it there. But it is time to keep the cock-sucking page open once and for all, folks. I got rid of all these fucking projects I had on Facebook, a bunch of groups and e-feds and stuff like this. No wonder this shit was draining my energy. You know what I mean? Like, last couple times I was trying to make a comeback, I had these groups, e-feds. I'm doing 2-3 live shows a week on Jerry's channel. You know what I mean? It's stuff that drains the shit out of me. You know, before this, I had the Wrestling Juggernauts page and trying to do comebacks. It's been 2-3 years of Facebook shit on the side, draining my video energy. You know what I mean? Before this, it was the Hangouts. Y'all remember it was Hangouts. Every day, people, there was 12 different hangouts every day. WJ, come to my hangout. Off-air hangouts. I was in hangouts fucking 6 hours a night. You know what I mean? And hang out 6 hours a night and fucking how am I supposed to maintain a YouTube channel like this? I was burnt out. Before this, it was drama. What I need to do is just make a comeback on YouTube. I have my Facebook. I'll just treat it as a Facebook. I don't need to overload a whole bunch of work on Facebook and just do my fucking comeback on YouTube and that's it. If I feel like taking a break, I take a week off. Woof, got to put your own health first, WJ. Well, that's what I'm going to do. Just, you know, if I feel fucked up, if I'm sick, whatever, take a week off. I feel like YouTube is becoming too much. Take a couple weeks off and then come back. You know what I mean? Search one, keep doing your thing, WJ. Less is more. Exactly. Less is more. If I'm live on Facebook, I'm doing e-feds. Leon Calavera, you got a live show going? I'm sorry I can't make it there. Jason, the situation, you got a live show. Jesus Christ, my apology. You know what I mean? All these live shows and stuff like this, before I can give 5 hours of my time to other people, I need to rebuild my own channel. You know what I mean? Not stack too much on my plate, just rebuild my own brand or whatever, rebuild my own channel. WJ, where's the Hulkster? I actually seen the Hulkster a week ago. I saw him on the street, folks. I'm supposed to contact him there. We're going to see what's going to happen with this, but I hate leftists. Tell Gemini to stop calling. That's right, folks. It's Gemini. I mean, hey, guys. Hey, Wrestling Jesus. I mean, I think it's my mother calling me about Thanksgiving there. I have to give her a call back there, folks. But so my apologies. The cat kept attacking the dog earlier there. We got the goof in the chat there. The goof. I'm sorry I closed the group there, but I'm done. I'm done with these groups. Jerry still has his own group, so you guys, you can do that stuff there. Personally, I mean, having to do live shows in the group and videos, and then I have to fucking juggle all of this there. It's time to just fucking rebuild my page there. Enough with off-air hangouts every fucking night and Robbie Battle's upset at me because I did this and this guy's mad and fuck all of this shit. You know what I mean? I'm going to do wrestling vids for my long-time subscribers and possibly some new subscribers. Long-time subs like Mr. Almighty Cornholio there. CM Punk sucks. Ryback is a legend. The goof, WJ, did you hear Jerry named his group back to Wrestling Gods? Wrestling Gods is back. I heard I opened the original Wrestling God. If you remember that, the goof, and if I remember last week, Jerry closed Wrestling Gods because he wanted to open his own group instead. And then his own group fails, I guess, so he reopens Wrestling Gods. No offense to Jerry, but I already had a group called Wrestling Gods, and it had 350 members. And Jerry closed it, and I had to hustle my fucking ass off to get 300 members in a dead Facebook group. You know what I mean? I had to hustle my ass off for him to close this group. You know, I didn't like it, so his group, I'm not mad at Jerry, but that's why I'm not going to be going back in that group. Like, he closed the group to open his own one. He was pissed off, blah, blah, blah. His group fails, basically, I guess, and then he rechanges it back. What's the point of this? You already closed the big one. Why bring it back when you just close a big one? I don't fucking know there. But so, personally, to me, Wrestling Gods is dead there. It got killed by Jerry last week. I'm not going to go back to this Wrestling Gods 2.0 or whatever. I know you, the goof, you don't like NXT 2.0. Well, I don't like the idea of Wrestling Gods 2.0. I created Wrestling Gods. Jerry killed it. And now I'm supposed to go back in this other version of Wrestling Gods, upload stuff, go live in there, and It's time WJ fucking goes live on his own channel. You know what I mean? Fuck it. The Goof, did you watch SmackDown? Not yet. I might watch it today there. I'm gonna try to look for a full show of SmackDown. Possibly do a video on that later tonight if I have time. It depends what I'm doing today with all this Thanksgiving stuff. Do you like NXT 2.0? I like the look of it, and I like some of the new wrestlers. I like that they did out with D&D and in with big men who look like wrestlers, like Braun Breaker, stuff like this. You know what I mean? I enjoy that. Um, I'm gonna try to watch NXT 2.0 more often, possibly review it. But there's a couple of guys I got my eye on, and there. NXT looks less ghetto now. Well, it was too dark, too yellow, dark, too smarky. Like the smarks aren't happy. Good, get these goofs out of there. It looks good the way it is now. Like a WWE show for real big men wrestlers like Braun Breaker. Tony guy is good. The Mafia guy, I like him. The two big brothers who are amateur wrestlers there. I'm into those guys there, folks. All right, so live shows coming, new vids coming, folks. I gotta go for Thanksgiving there. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Do you like Bubba Dunk Funkin'? I guess, yes. Yeah, I think I do. No, he's okay, Bubba Dunk Funkin'. Braun Breaker is a bad name. The Creed brothers, yeah. Ringmaster Mike Groff, those are the guys. The Creed brothers, I like those guys. Do you like Sam Shaw? Yes. Personally, I don't hate Braun Breaker as a name. I know it would be cooler if it was Steiner there, obviously there. But I don't, I don't mind the name. This kid has it. And all right, I wish I could go an extra hour, but I gotta fucking leave there because of Thanksgiving stuff. I'll talk to you guys later. More wrestling talk coming. Why won't they call him Steiner? It's money, I guess. Money taxes. Sometimes it's not always good for business. Smarks hate NXT 2.0 because it's not for them. Fuck the Smarks. It's for us. They're real big men wrestlers, but they're there to be developed. You know what I mean? The way it should be there. Until next time, peace. Thanks for watching, folks. More to come there, a lot more. We're staying open, like I said. No more having to spread myself too thin there. If I ever get a strike or something, I'll open a backup channel, possibly a backup channel down the road there, but no more spreading myself too thin with all these outside projects and it's time to rebuild the WJ brand before I start killing my fucking my joy of making vids. They're doing too much bullshit. Alrighty, I'm back, folks. I'm back. Until next time, peace. Your stream will stop and you'll no longer be live. No!